Hello everyone, welcome to my new video. In my previous video, I showed how to create HTTP GET method. In today's video, as I promised, I am going to show you how you can implement POST method from your Salesforce Flow. To perform this action, I am going to use a RESTful API website. It's a publicly available endpoint. Anybody can use that, and the URL is restfulapi.dev. So what I am going to do, I am going to use the post call first to add something to the database. After doing that, the post call will give me a response if everything is okay. Then I will show success message, including ID and some information on the screen. As you know, the first thing that I need to do before starting Flow is to create external credential and the name credential. So I will go to name credential in setup here. So here we have to first create external credentials. Let's click new and give a name. Let's give REST API. And the authentication protocol, choose the custom. If you are not using another service, that may give you a specific type of authentication protocol to use. So click save and give the name. And click save. Okay, so now the next thing I do is to create the principal. So in the principal section, click new. Then I am going to put the parameter name. Let's put REST API principal. You can give any name. And leave the rest as is. Here, if we need to enter authentication parameters, we can add here. But we are just going to skip that part. We don't need to assign any parameters. And click save. Okay, and now my principal is ready. Okay, the other thing is we have to create a permission set to assign this principal. Let's go to permission set. And create a new one. Let's give name REST API permission set and hit the save button. Okay, we have created the permission set, and let's assign this permission set to us. Manage assignment, add assignment, and choose the system administrator and go here, and next, and assign. Okay, we have assigned this permission set to us. Okay, I will go back to my permission set again and choose my permission set I have created. And here you see external credential principal access. Click here, this one, and add it. And choose our principal, REST API principal, and add. Then save. Okay, so everything is ready. So let's go to name credential again to create the name credential. Click new one. So give the name. Let's give REST API named credential. And Go to same main area. Okay, here we have to input base URL. So let's go to the RESTful API website to get the base URL. Let's find the post, click the post method, and as you see, we have the request body, response body, which we will use in our HTTP callout action. Right now, we need base URL. Here, this part is the base URL. The rest is the path URL, which we will use in our HTTP callout action. So copy this one and put it here. Okay. And don't forget to enable the callouts. Otherwise, your flow callout will not work. And choose the external credential, which we have created. The REST API we have created. And keep the rest as is and click Save. So before starting the flow, my requests are done. We have created the external credentials and the name credentials. So the next step is creating flow. Let's talk about a little bit what we are going to do in this flow. Since we want to show post method, that means we want to create a new record in external system. To do this, we need to send a payload, which includes all needed data to create a record in external system. So let's go to RESTful API website and see which information we can send to external system to create a new record. We will use this body in our flow. Let's analyze this body. We have two main parameters. One is name in text data type, and the other is the data in array format, including the year and price in number, and the CPU model and the hard disk size in text type. If the post method is implemented successfully, we will get 200. That means that the record is created successfully. We also get response, which we use in our flow. As you see, when the record is created, we will get the data with the ID and the created date. We can use this response body whenever we want in our flow. Okay, now I'm going to create a screen flow. Let's go to flow. Click new. Okay, we will choose the screen flow. So in this flow, we have to add a screen element to get the PC information, which will be created in external system. Add a screen element. And a text component. Text component to get the name, CPU model, and hard disk size. Right. Let's add them by one by. The PC name. Let's give this text PC name. And add another one. Give the name CPU model. And add another one. And the hard disk. Size. And for the price and the production year, let's add a number because they are in number format. Let's add number. Write the price as a label. Add another one and give production. Okay, and give the name for the screen element. Let's give name the PC information. The output, and click the footer. Let's give a custom label called post, and hide previews and pause. As you see, we have all needed information here, and the post button. Okay, click, done. So we have to assign those data into the request body. Therefore, we need an assignment element. But before creating an assignment element, we have to create the HTTP callout action to define the post method and have Apex class to serialize request body to JSON format. Here, I want to emphasize that in post method, you have to first create HTTP callout action and then add an assignment element before this action element in flow. Let's add an action element. Choose action. And click the create HTTP callout. And give a name. Let's write REST API post. You can give any name. And choose the name credential, which we have created, REST API name credentials. And as you see, we have the page URL here. Click next. Here, we will define our invocable action. Let's first write a name. Let's write REST API post in vocable. And as a method, we have to choose post. Okay, so here we have to enter the path URL. To find the path URL, go to website, and as you know, this part is the base URL, and the next part is the path URL. Choose that part and copy here. Okay, for this service, we don't need any parameters for query. So leave this part as is. And here, as you see, we have sample request we have to provide and the sample response we have to provide. Since we have implemented post method, we have to provide sample request in JSON format. Let's go to RESTful API page and copy the request body. This is a sample. And click new. And paste it here. Here. As you see, we get the data structure, name as a string, and the data as an array, including the year, price, CP model, and hard disk size. With providing this sample request, Flow will create an Apex class automatically for us to use to assign the data. I will show this while assigning the data. And we have done for the sample request. And let's add the response sample. And go to website and choose the response body. Copy that and paste it here. Click the review. As you see in the response, addition to our request data, we will get ID and the created date. Okay, we are done. Let's click done. And the HTTP callout invocable action is ready. Click save. Okay, as you can see, we come back on action page again. Give a name for this action. Let's give name as HTTP post action. Okay. Since this is a post method, we have to set request body in here, as you see. So as you can read here, for value, select the new source. For the new resource, the data type and the Apex class are set automatically. So click here to choose new resource. And let's give a name, my post callout. As you see, the data type is Apex defined, and this is the Apex class, which flow is created automatically. And click done. We will use this class in assignment element. Click done. So we have created HTTP callout action. It is so easy, right? Okay, now we can assign our inputs comes from screen element to the request body. As I said before, we will add an assignment element right before the action element. So we can give request body for the HTTP action element. Let's add an assignment element here. And the given name, let's write assign value to post action. And let's set variable values. Click here. As you can see, we have Apex defined variables here. Let's click and see. We have name and the data inputs. Let's assign variable one by one. Choose name equals and choose the screen components which user will enter. Choose here the PC name. Add a new assignment and choose the Apex defined variables data and choose the CPU model equals screen components CPU model. Add new one. Choose my post call and the data and the hard disk size. Use screen components hard disk size and then the new one. Choose data price. Use the price screen components and the assign and the year. The production here. Okay, we have done. We set all variables to be posted and an action to call HTTP callout method. Okay, we have done. We have assigned our values, and then the HTTP post action will perform with these values. Now, the last step is to show the response. Before showing response, we can have a decision element as a best practice if the callout is performed successfully. So for that, what I am going to do, I'm going to click a decision element. Here, we will look if the response status is 200. Let's add a decision element here. Okay, let's give a name is status 200. The label is yes. And what is no? Let's come back to yes. And let's put here a condition. As you know, from our previous video, we have actions output here. Let's choose this one. And we have the response code. This is the response code. Choose the response code and equals 200. If the response code is 200, we will go to yes part. Otherwise, we will go to no part. Okay, let's click done. Okay, let's go to yes part first. Here, I will add a screen element to show the success messages and display the result. Okay, let's add an display text here. Let's give a name display result. And we can write our message here. Let's write like this: your new PC information has been posted and a new record has been created successfully. Here is the information which has been created. Okay, let's put some information comes from external system. Let's write ID and go to resource picker and choose the action and go to 2xx, which we have the response values here. Choose the ID and let's write name. Go to resource picker, the action 2xx and choose the name and let's add the created date. Choose 2xx and the created. Okay, we are ready for the screen element. Let's give a name for the screen element. Let's write success display and go to footer, hide previews and hide pause and done. We can also add no part of decision element if we have any error while implementing callout. Let us add screen component here. Add a display text component. Give a name. Let's write display error and write our error message. Let's write like this. There is a problem while implementing HTTP callout. Here is the error message. And go to resource picker, choose the actions, and as you see, we have the default exception. This is the error message. Okay, let's give a name for this screen element. Display error, and the filter, hide previews, and hide pause. Okay, click done, and we are ready. Okay, let's save the flow. Let's give a name, HTTP post method, and click save. Okay, our flow is ready. Let's run it, see the result. Okay, click run. Okay, as you see, we have a screen element, and we will enter our information about the PC. Let's give a name, Apple MacBook Pro 16. Let's write test. The CPU model, Intel Core i9. Hard disk size, let's write 1 terabyte. Price, let's write 1,500. And the production year is 2023. Okay. We have entered all information. Okay, and hit post button to see the result. Click the post. Cool. As you can see, we have successfully posted, and the record is created. Here is the ID and other information. So in this video, I show how you can implement HTTP callout post method right from your Salesforce Flow. It is very easy, and you don't need any code knowledge. In my next videos, I am going to show you another examples in different videos where it will implement HTTP put, patch, and delete methods. Now, I have the ID available. I will be using that ID in my subsequent HTTP put, patch, and delete methods. I hope you like this video. Please hit the like icon and make your comments. See you next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.